So, what is grassroots sports?
Ooh, I think grassroots sports is all about participation. It's about being inclusive. It's about usually that stepping stone into sport, isn't it? I can't speak for you, but I know that's where I started, and I have very fond memories of it. And it's about participation, an introduction to a sport, activity, exercise, fun, enjoyment. There's all these words, isn't
What makes grassroots sports different, unique, even similar to senior sports, adult sports?
That's a good question. I think for me, can you still class adult sports as grassroots? I'd say there's definitely an argument for that. I think a lot of the times, if you're talking about adult sport, you're in there because maybe you want something a little bit different out of the game, maybe you don't, or any sport, should I say. I think adult sport naturally comes a little bit more competitive, unless you seek, for instance, a walk-on team, or I know in the UK now they've got like walking football. It's very social. But for me, yeah, there's a lot of similarities there. It's about participation, camaraderie, friendship, participation on a basic level activity, and yeah, enjoyment, isn't it? I mean, most of the time we don't do anything we don't want to do. Like, I think if you enjoy something, you want to, and I think that in essence is what grassroots should be.
What is the difference between social sport and elite sport or competitive sport?
Obviously social sport is primarily, I would say, for the social aspect, without sort of neglecting other factors that probably come into it. I think we've got to be careful with this elite word. Where does it start and stop? I remember Jason DeVos, who's one of the big wigs in the Canadian FA, said that there's no such thing as an elite 8-year-old. And I think I definitely agree with him in that respect. But yeah, social sport, can elite sport, high performance sport, whatever phrase you want to coin it with, be social? Of course it can. And I suppose, therefore, it depends on the environment. There's a lot of academies doing a lot of good things to make sure it is social, to make sure it is educational, and it's not just about the elite side of it, which is always the pressure and what people see, the expectation, and you're in or you're out every year with reviews and everything else. That's a very interesting area, I think, in youth sport in general.